Attention all black people, we are boycotting Asian businesses. Justice for Cyrus.
Get your fucking head out of your ass for 1 second, okay?
Asians said black Americans cannot do without them. They said black Americans cannot wear Nikes, they cannot wear makeup, they cannot do this.
I saw this thing online of how the black people are not going to these salons or this.
So I found myself back in Asian people business, and this is what I found out. Oh baby, the ban is not stopping, okay? Them Asian-owned nail salons and shit, the chairs are empty.
I worked for those Asian businesses you guys are boycotting, and I say, go do it. Not even getting into how I was fired over not being suitable for a receptionist job.
Get your fucking head out of your ass for 1 second, okay? All Asian people could agree with me on this one. Is that you are upset with one Asian person, and the rest of the one that looks like him get punished for it. That's the questions that we're asking. It's not because, oh my God, we're losing a business that you're not going to stop with us. No. The question is, why do you punish people that look like Chow? That's it. Because we asked that questions, you went into, oh, so the boy was innocent. No, we're not saying that we're not grieving for the loss of Cyrus. We're not saying that we're agreeing with Chow. We're not arguing about anything in that matter. But we're asking, if you're not happy with Chow, go punish Chow. Why do you targeting collectively because we look alike? What? And because we asked that, you think that we're okay with shop owner to kill a young innocent man? Now, that's projection, sweetheart. That's not coming from me. I grieve and I feel mourn the loss of a life. Okay? No life should be lost. That's it. I'm not arguing about that. I'm saying Asian people out here are asking, why do we get punished? Because you're not happy with one person that looks like us. And since you're not gonna get it, I assume that because you're operating through the emotion, okay? It's high right now, I get it. Let me cradle you for 1 second, okay? So here we go. Imagine this, okay? There's a family, okay? Mom, dad, and 5 children. 4 live out of state, in school or whatever, live their life. A youngest one live with parents. All 5 of them get access to support funding from the parents. One day, the youngest one stole dad's watch and sold it. Dad found out, got upset. He freezed all the bank account. And then other children call and say, what's up with the bank account? I can't access. And dad say, well, I'm upset with your brother. He stole my watch. And now the children, the 4 children are asking, okay, our younger brother stole your watch. We had nothing to do with it. But why we're prevent from accessing to the fund? Because the older kids asked that question, dad immediately went into, oh, so you agree that your brother has the right to steal my watch and sell it? That's not what they say. They said, why is it one person's actions affecting us?
I saw this thing online of how the black people are not going to these salons or this. They are seriously boycotting these Asian people. We are not funding them anymore. It's empty. Look at this. I thought it was a joke. Ain't nobody in there. Wow. Look at this. They are not playing. Talking all of that shit about the niggas, and the niggas ain't going in there to buy you nothing. Wow, I thought it was a joke, but they are not playing with these Asian people. Ain't nobody in there saying they don't need the black dollar.
Do see it online, and I've also seen Asian people.
I'm supporting it. I want us to keep going, but you're asking me my honest opinion. Show me where these types of campaigns have been sustained over time.
Right. Well, they say that this kind of stuff only shows up after the worst is already happened.
Because we are reactionaries. We react to the power structure loom. Asians are proactionary. Jews are proactionary. Anglo-Saxons and Chinese, proactionary. East Indians and Arabs, proactionary. You know why they proactionary, Loon? Because they love themselves. Why are black people the only reactionary community in America? We only react to how we treat it. We can't be proactionary. To be proactionary means I love myself. Let me give you an example, Lon. Do you realize that if we had our own black Wall Street? Do you realize if we had our own black infrastructure? Do you realize if we had our own black institutions? Cyrus Belton never goes into that gas station because there's a black one.
Right.
Carmelo Anthony is never in the Frisco school district because there's an independent black school. These two situations could have been completely avoided if black people had their own infrastructure, Loon. Cyrus should have been in a black gas station and Carmelo should have been at a black track meet. But because black people love white people and don't have the love to build for themselves, we are always getting disenfranchised with white violence because we don't want to build our own schools, banks, hospitals, supermarkets, gas stations, hotels. You see that? This was completely preventable if we would only build our own infrastructure.
So we are boycotting the Asians because they mistreated us. That's not how this is supposed to work. You shouldn't be patronizing the Asians anyway because you should desire independent black economic infrastructure.
Right.
So we shouldn't even be in this position. So the question becomes this: when we're no longer angry at the Asians, you know what's going to happen? We're going to go right back to their businesses because it's the same thing we do with the Caucasians. We don't need a boycott movement. We need a divestment movement. But the reason Black America is stuck in the boycott stage of revolution is we lack the accountability, the responsibility, and the financial discipline to divest completely and create alternative structures and systems for our people to exist in. In other words, Cyrus Carmack Belton should have never been at Rick Child's Sunoco gas station or Shell station in the first place because there should have been a black gas station. Carmelo Anthony should have never been at a predominantly white track meet because he should have been attending a predominantly black independent school.
I am walking in Beauty Town in Wardolph, the beauty supply store, to let them know we are boycotting. Okay? Wow, it's kind of empty. It's quiet, but it's a few people in here. Attention, all black people. We are boycotting Asian businesses. Justice for Cyrus. I don't know if y'all heard about it on TikTok, but a young 14-year-old boy was shot and killed in the back for allegedly stealing 4 bottles of water that he did not do. The verdict came out in June, and the Asian man was found not guilty. Black people are boycotting Asian businesses, and that includes beauty supply stores, hibachis, carryouts, spas, and nail salons. Please shop black. Please spend your dollars elsewhere. Black people are not supporting this. We're not spreading hate. We are spreading awareness. Please shop black. Support your black businesses. Justice for Cyrus. Stop shopping it in here, black people. Huh? It's not black. No, it's not. It's Asian. Yeah. I'm trying to find black-owned beauty supply stores where we can shop. Have you ever heard of the Cyrus situation? Cyrus Belton, shot in the back by an Asian. We are not supporting Asian businesses. Y'all can do what y'all want, but I'm just spreading the word. It's all on TikTok. We're not supporting Asian businesses due to the murder of Cyrus Belton that occurred in South Carolina, which a 14-year-old boy was shot in the back by an Asian man. The verdict came out not guilty. We're boycotting Asian businesses. They do nothing for our communities. Nothing at all. Nothing. But y'all can do what y'all want to do. But I'm just letting y'all know. We're spending our dollars elsewhere. Black businesses. They don't value our money at all. I appreciate that.
Hi, I know that there are plenty of black people on these platforms who are far more qualified, educated, and experienced than me to talk about the impetus and context behind black folks boycotting Asian businesses. I just wanted to pop on here and remind folks who still don't get it yet that black people can boycott whomever and whatever the fuck they want. I will say that again for the racists in the back. Black people at any time can boycott whomever and whatever the fuck they want. Because, agree or disagree, we still live in a violent settler colonial society, which continues to extract and profit from black bodies, black culture, black education, black invention, and yes, even black resistance. So instead of complaining about black people boycotting something else, you should realize you're the problem if in 2026 you cannot understand why a group of people who were at one time trafficked and deeded as property and literally used as currency and venture capital, why they don't want to participate in this system anymore, especially if it is consistently hurting them. And if you can't understand that, then shut the fuck up. I hope this helps.
To the Asian man who challenged all black people to boycott all Asian businesses, I'd like to say thank you. We haven't seen a level of unity and camaraderie this large since probably George Floyd. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know if black people would have ever gotten to this point where we all unified under one singular movement this way. Like, it is powerful. The Asian people are starting to feel the effects of what you have done. This is impacting your people more than it's impacting my people. We are uniting against this. You have destroyed Asian businesses. That's you. You did that. And I'd like to thank you for getting my people to work together on something like this. This means the world to me. And to the Asian people who are hurting because of the decisions and the words that this person has said, you know who to come for. He did this to you, not us. He said we don't want you guys, so we said okay.
And so you have just seen what black Americans have done so far. You know, this is something that has been there. Asians have been boycotted by black Americans. You know, this is something that people thought that this is something that was just going to be taken lightly. And of course, black Americans had a meaning towards what they said. And when you hear the conversations that black Americans had to say when it comes to this boycott, they said, you know, Asian people provoked them. You know, there's a lady here who was saying, who was heard being said that black people cannot, okay, even there's a guy who said that black people cannot do without them, okay, without without Asians, and that's what provoked black people. And you know, remember very well, when black people call out the unity, they mean it. When they say let's start the boycott, they mean it. And that is what is happening. And you can see very well clearly that many Asian businesses, many Asian owned businesses have been boycotted by black Americans. Right now, when you visit Asian business, most of the Asian businesses owned, they have no customers at all, because black people were supporting them in buying and in doing the nail shops, you know, all those kind of stuffs. But due to this particular issue, when it arose, black people boycotted them. And right now, we have so many people, Asian people, who are really regretting. And some of them, we have seen them apologizing to black people. They are saying, we are sorry, this should not have happened this way. What do you guys think about this particular video? I want you guys to watch this video till the end and let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Also remember guys to subscribe, and remember all this video belongs to the original creators who deserves credit for making these videos for us. So guys, watch till the end. I'll be back with more commentaries. Remember, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes, guys, and that's how we do it here, guys. Watch till the end.
So I told you guys it was going to take about 3 weeks for the Asian salons, nail shops, beauty shops to feel the heat of the boycott that we're doing. They're feeling it. You can best believe that they're feeling it more now than ever. And I do want to reiterate that this is not a racial thing. This is about us taking about our communities, taking back where we should have been about 100 years ago. We're taking it back. Black transfer is happening. It's happening right now. Now they're calling it wealth transfer. How many millions and millions of black Americans don't have to spend your money in your shops? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you understand the magnitude if we all come together to win this fight, y'all? Do you understand? I don't think they understand, but they're about to. We're going on.
Group all of the Asians together, we cannot have a productive conversation because you're just as racist as Rick Chow. If you can't even take the time to understand that there is a lot of racial tension between Southeast Asians and East Asians, then we can never have a productive conversation.
Asians said black Americans cannot do without them. They said black Americans cannot wear Nikes, they cannot wear makeup, they cannot do this, they cannot even do their common nails if eventually black Americans decide to boycott Asian in America. Look at the stores. Asian stores are empty. Their stores are empty. Black Americans are not opening their stores. They're not spending their dollar within the black community. Why do you think it is impossible to do something? I don't know. Now Asians are crying bitterly. Asians are saying they don't have anything to rely on because a lot of them rely on nail tech, salon shops, stores in America. Now black Americans are taking everything back. They're not destroying their properties. They're just saying we are no longer spending our dollar there. We are going to be spending it in the black community. They never even starts. Asians are crying already. Don't ever underestimate the power of any ethnicity, honestly.
Common sense approach. Now I know most Asian business owners are probably thinking to themselves that this situation with black Americans banning supporting their businesses will eventually come to an end sooner than later, and it'll be back to business as usual. But to be honest with you, I don't think so. As you can see, these ladies getting it in, putting in work. I don't think so. I think you guys are in it for the long haul when it comes to black people supporting your businesses again. And I'm going to give you a few reasons why I think so. Number one, a lot of people been waiting on you to fuck up anyway. And that's just the truth. A lot of people have been waiting on you to fuck up. Which leads me to number two. You have close to 50 million black Americans in this country. A lot of them who have been waiting on the opportunity to provide these services to their community. But you was in the way, which goes back to number one. A lot of people been waiting on you to fuck up. And last but not least, a lot of black Americans have been talking to their children about this. And there's a lot of things you don't want to be in the eyes of your children. but you definitely don't want to be a hypocrite and to look weak in front of your children or in the eyes of your children. So for me to sit down and have these conversations with my children on why we shouldn't support these businesses, and then to go and start back supporting them, makes me a hypocrite to my child, and it also makes me look weak. So for the, it's a few more reasons, but those just a few reasons why I feel like things will never go back and be the same as it was. This common sense approach. I'm out.
What it do, y'all? So yeah, word on the street is that the large Asian beauty supply chains, they gonna start blocking a lot of us indigenous individuals from owning our own business, by not selling us the supplies that we need. But that's cool. That's all right. I mean, there's other supply chains, and we can make our own product. And when it comes down to the hair and all that, listen.
The Asian community is making a mistake trying to block black businesses, and it's gonna cost them a lot. This move was taken straight out of Donald Trump's playbook, and it's a terrible one. Stick with me, y'all, because if the Asian suppliers won't sell, they will suffer the same fate as the U.S. soybean farmers. Let's talk about it. In 2017, the United States slapped tariffs on Chinese imports as a result of the trade war. China at the time was the world's largest consumer of soybeans, buying roughly 60% of all U.S. soybeans. But in July 2018, China placed a 25% retaliatory tariff on U.S. soybeans, making U.S. soybeans the most expensive soybeans to buy in China. So the Chinese didn't buy from the U.S. farmers, and the U.S. farmers had to find other buyers like Mexico, Egypt, and the EU. But they had to sell it at a discount as low as 24% off, and the U.S. government had to bail out the soybean farmers, giving them $23 billion. But long term, this cooked the U.S. farmers because China stopped buying from them. They bought from Brazil instead. So you see, deals were made, and China may never rely on the U.S. soybean market like they did in the past. In this case, the Asian community is the U.S., and in a weird way, the black community in this situation, well, we're China. See, we've got money, so you don't have to supply us the stuff, but as businesses go and find suppliers who will, just know they're never coming back. And you see, this was always the goal. You guys are just speeding up the timeline. And once again, this isn't about race. This is about economics. Most blacks don't have hate against any race. We just know you don't like us, and we don't want to spend money where we're not liked. That goes for all races and people who don't like us. So this isn't personal. This is business.
I have seen more Asian Americans being upset at the fact that Black Americans are threatening to boycott Asian businesses than I have seen Asian Americans speaking out against the murder of Cyrus Carmick Belton, a child who was murdered at the hands of an Asian man. And this has everything to do with race, especially when anti-Blackness is so deeply rooted in our community. I have said this a million times, and I'll say it as many times as I need to so you can get it through your thick skulls. The only reason why Asians exist in America in such a large population is because Black activists fought for our right to be here during the Civil Rights Movement. White people did not want us here. It's not enough for Asian people to just be not racist. You have to be anti-racist, and you have to be speaking out against these injustices, or else they'll continue to happen. We absolutely owe the Black community solidarity, and the sooner that we realize that we're not much different from each other is the sooner that real change starts to happen.
Update time. Hey y'all, come with me back up here to the Gold Luxury Nail Bar, where I posted a video about them last week and it went completely bananas. You guys showed out, and I was like, let me go up here and surprise them and see what's going on up here. And baby, you got look, it is so crowded in here, y'all. Look at y'all. Hey, KK. Hey, Jazzy. Look, y'all. Oh, this is what community looks like. Oh yes. Now, this Niecy Pooh said that her mother was the one who informed her about what was going on with the boycott. And she said, say less. I want to go where my money is appreciated and where I am welcome. And I'm like, okay, Niecy Pooh. As we were speaking, look, people were just coming in, and it's just a great environment, guys. KK said that the business has been so good since the video. So thank you guys. You guys are showing out, and this is why they're mad. She's also looking for help because she's become so busy. So if you're a nail tech in the area, give her
on TikTok talking about how Asian man that came on TikTok talking about how black people can go ahead and boycott their businesses, whether it's beauty supply stores and nail salons, and how they can just go over to the white neighborhoods and get money from them. Okay, then go do that. Because if it was so easy for you to be in those neighborhoods, then why weren't you over there to begin with? It's strategically placed for beauty supply stores, nail salons, and liquor stores to be placed in the black community because you know that's where all the money's going to come from. The Asian man that came on TikTok and said what he said is a prime example of why black people are boycotting to begin with. You're just exposing what we've always known, this secret weird hatred, this secret weird animosity towards us when we've done nothing to you. I saw another young lady on TikTok talking about how there was xenophobia that was being pushed towards Asian community when Donald Trump had first got elected and Asians were getting beat up in broad daylight. And she was talking about how when Asians were talking about POC solidarity and black people came to their aid, but now it's shoes on the other foot, they're nowhere to be found, it's our problem and it's our fault. Which is exactly why black people are boycotting, because we recognize that we can have solidarity for everybody else, but nobody can have solidarity when.
So I found myself back in Asian people business, and this is what I found out. Oh baby, the ban is not stopping, okay? Them Asian owned nail salons and shit, the chairs are empty. It's summertime. That's where they supposed to get the most business. Pedicure season, baby. They have no clients. Now they all on the internet crying about how their salons are empty and how nobody's getting their nails done, nobody's supporting these businesses, and how it's racist and everybody's anti-Asian. But let me explain something to y'all, okay? I want to make sure that I'm 110% clear, so that way I'm going to talk real slow so that way y'all understand me, okay? Because I understand that comprehension is not a skill that everybody has. People do not want to support your business, not because they don't like Asian people and they're anti-Asian. They don't want to support your business because they're tired of being racially profiled as soon as they walk into the door. All right? They're tired of feeling like that every time they go into y'all salons and, you know, go to y'all hair supply stores, you're following them around and, you know, you laughing and joking and talking shit in different languages and Vietnamese or whatever the fuck language y'all are speaking. They don't feel welcome. That's why they don't want to support your business. This whole situation with Cyrus was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was already coming. Like I said, I'm going to speak real slow so that way everybody understand what it is that I'm saying, okay? So, for you to try to shift the blame and say, well, don't buy nothing from China, and that means that y'all need to just start growing y'all hair and stop buying that wigs and weaves from China and whoop. How are you claiming that someone is being racist to you when you are being microaggressive all in the same breath? Okay, it's like you don't know if you want to be the victim or the villain in this origin story. And the problem is that y'all want that proximity to whiteness. But let me explain something to you. Unless your skin is pale white and you are white, you will never be white. Okay, baby, they don't look at you as one of them. You are still a minority. You are still a person of color. And the fact that you use that as a pedestal to put yourself above other people of color because your skin's just a tiny bit lighter is a problem. It's deep in y'all community, and that's something that y'all need to work on. But all this crying on the internet, it need to stop because we don't give a fuck.
I worked for those Asian businesses you guys are boycotting, and I say go do it. Not even getting into how I was fired over not being suitable for a receptionist job, even though I have community organizing underneath my belt. The person who trained me said that mixed people and light skins have a different culture altogether from darker black people. And when I said, how do you figure that? She said, well, they just act different. They act different. I was like, no, they don't. I was like, I think I would know. I am biracial. I think I would know. And she like tried to keep it going, and I put my head down and I ignored her. I also heard them complain about black customers being difficult after they had to deal with like 10 Karens in a row. Like, you guys might want to.
Now that I'm on a roll talking about these Asian nail salons in the black community, let's have another conversation. When I was going to open, I had to have a final inspection with the fire department. And the guy comes in, he asked me, well, what are you going to have going on here? I said, we have this, we have a cold plunge, we have a sauna, we have rooms, this, all of this amazing things. We also have nails. He goes, oh, did you hear what happened? I said, no, tell me what happened. He said, I went into this nail salon, beautiful nail salon down the road. I said, oh, I know of it. He said, we had to shut the whole place down. I said, well, why? He said, well, first and foremost, they had 20 plus nail people in there, all of these stations, but only one person had a license, okay? All of this stuff on the wall, they were not licensed nail techs, okay? Next, he said, then come to find out, I don't know who tipped them off or whatever, but they was in there selling cat, okay? It was a nail salon front and it was cat in the back, okay? Now, what I noticed is that I said, wow, at the restaurant, they selling cat. At the nail salon, cat. The massage parlor, cat. All right, so keep in mind when you're seeing these prices, it's because there's other stuff. There's a lot of layers to this. We're not selling cat. I'm not selling cat. You know what I mean? So the price might be a little more. We don't need to be astronomical. I agree. We need to work with each other. We need to keep our prices reasonable, right? So that people can be consistent with us. We have to work hard on our customer service. I 1000% do not have any excuses for poor customer service, for snappiness in the policies that people have. We do have to have some grace with each other when it comes to certain things. I do think that we can build stronger, but we have to understand all the dynamics at play when we are approaching this situation and when we're making a conscious decision to choose each other. I hope that helps.
As I'm ending this video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching up to this particular point. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think about this particular video and what should be done in this particular case. What do you think should be done, and so that we can improve this particular issue. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, we have another video which is coming. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any bit of it. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, one love, guys.